My name is Saeed Al-Khatib. I've been working with SamTrans for 32 years.
Hi, my name is Clementine Yanado. I've been with SamTrans for 19 years.
My name is Richard Sands. I've worked at SamTrans for 7 years.
My name is Christian Aragon. I've worked at SamTrans since 2012, a little bit over 9 years now.
My name is Viven Ayala, and I've been with SamTrans for 17 years now.
I started as a part-time driver. I drove for 2 years. Then after that, I became a full-time driver where I drove for another 12 years. Then after that, I applied as an instructor with the training department. I became an instructor for 4 years. Then after that, I applied back to operation as an assistant manager, and I became the assistant manager. And about 5 years ago, I applied to be the manager of operation, and now I run the whole base. And keep in mind that I went back to school after 20 years, and I got my master's degree in transportation, and SamTrans paid for the whole degree. As long as you get A's, they will pay 100% of your cost. So there is a lot of chances to move up in the company. It's a good company to work for.
Started off as a bus operator. From there, I was a line instructor for a couple years. And then later on, I was promoted to a radio controller. From a radio controller, I became a bus transportation supervisor. And then from a bus transportation supervisor, I became a dispatcher.
1 year as a bus operator trainer and 7 years total as a driver.
Bus operator and radio control. I stood at radio control because that's my passion.
I started off as a bus operator. I did that for about 13 years. And then I joined a program called the BOT, which stands for Bus Operator Trainers. And what it is we are still a bus operator, but we're helping out with training department when it comes to training new people. And then about 4 years ago, I joined the training department as a full-time transit trainer.
My typical day, usually I start at 6:30 in the morning till like 3:30. First thing, we make sure we put safe buses on the road to move customers in San Mateo County safely. I check on my supervisor and my drivers and make sure that everybody report to work safely.
My typical day at work is assigning buses, handing out buses to the operators, making sure that all the schedules are covered, getting the buses moving, helping out with get the buses started in the morning.
My typical day at work, I'm training right now. So I'm at work 1:30 p.m. to 12 a.m., 12:30 a.m. We put in long hours.
My typical day at work is starting at 8:30, start monitoring operators' performance out on their routes, making sure that they're leaving their time points early. If they need assistance with unruly passengers, I help them with that. If they need assistance because of detours, some type of road closure, I help them with that. And then I monitor school routes because it's important for our kids to get to and from school.
Typical day at work, we start off coming in at about 7 o'clock in the morning, start training people, showing them the bus, introduction to the bus, showing them how to inspect the bus, set their seats, their mirrors, and then properly operate the bus.
Working at SamTrans is a rewarding career. It gave me a lot during these 32 years. I was able to purchase my home, to send my both kids to medical school, and it's all from working with SamTrans and working hard, and it's a good paying job.
What I like about working with SamTrans is the operators, my co-workers, my fellow supervisors and dispatchers and radio controllers, and the best thing about working as a team and working together.
I like the camaraderie of our team. We're very much like a family, and we take care of each other and look out for each other.
I like the diversity. I like that we take our customers to school. I like that we take them to doctor's appointments. Taking people to work is very fulfilling, to take people to the places where they need to go.
What I like about working at SamTrans is, as an instructor, I like to be able to help new trainees start their foundation and build their career here at SamTrans.
Training here is very good. We are top-notch training department where we train drivers for 10 weeks. And I like training so much that part of my position at SamTrans, I work in the training department for about 4 years as an instructor.
My training experience was good. I had good trainers. My line instructor was Ron Jordan, and I worked with William Snell. So they gave me good experience, good training, and it was very rewarding.
It was pretty rigorous. You know, it was very strict. We had to be here on the dot, not 1 minute late. And if you were more than 2 times, you know, that was it. They're very strict and but also very professional.
Ooh, my training experience as a bus operator was for 10 weeks. It was very intense, very formal, with no nonsense. You know, we're gonna drive this bus safely, and we're gonna pay attention to the routes, to our passengers, very safe driving, very vigilant to get our passengers where we needed them to go. And then I transitioned into radio control, and that training was just as intense because they train you on radio control as well as a field supervisor and being a dispatcher.
To tell you the truth, it was overwhelming. Prior to coming to SamTrans, I never had any commercial driving experience, so everything was new to me. It was actually, it was a great experience also because everything that I know now came from SamTrans training department, so I owe them a lot with everything that I know now. And here I am 17 years later, I'm doing the same thing that the instructor has done for me to help others prepare their career here at SamTrans.
What's good about our job is satisfaction. From the day I was driving till I'm now running the whole base, when I go home with satisfaction that I helped kids go to school that don't have a license, or I helped a senior to go to their doctor appointments and medical appointments, is satisfaction in the job cannot be compared to any money.
I just like to make sure they get to where they need to go. They need to get to where they need to go because for whatever reason they cannot drive, you know, this is what they need. They need public transportation. They need our buses on the road.
I live in San Mateo County, so it was kind of a no-brainer for me. So it's an honor and a privilege to serve the community in which I grew up in.
It's empowering. We get the economy going. So taking people to hospital appointments, taking them to different amenities, to the movies, to the malls. That's part of you know, the economy. So we contribute to our economy being fulfilled, and that's what's good about it.
It's a rewarding experience, you know, knowing that you're able to help people get from point A to point B for whatever reasons. You know, going to their doctor's appointment, taking their groceries, picking up their kids, and going to their work. All in all, it's a good, rewarding experience for me.